Hi, I'm Ryan Jones. I'm with RFJ Architecture and Interiors, building dreams since 1998, and this is my thesis presentation. Today I will be showing you guys my version of a safe haven, and here's my proposal. I will create a space where youth can build a calming, safe community while effectively tending to their interests, building their knowledge, and providing skill sets and values that they can carry for the rest of their lives. I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering what a safe haven is. A safe haven is a place of refuge or security. It's an officially protected place in an area of military activity or any safe or peaceful place in a dangerous area. Throughout history, there has been many versions of what a safe haven is, but whether it was presented by a major organization, your next door neighbor, or a stranger, it has always been meant to be a place that you feel protected and at ease. I feel that the young people of today are in need of that the most. The lives of today's youth are not that of the world's past. Epidemics like sex trafficking, gun violence, domestic abuse, gang violence, and not to mention mental health has become increasingly a part of their lives, especially youth in urban areas. The reason I decided to pursue this design problem is because every year the rate in suicide and homicide in youth increases. It is not always caused by violence, but also by lack of self-care, love, and means to provide for themselves. More so in these situations, most of these young people are not provided with the opportunity to turn their circumstances around for themselves because they don't obtain the correct form of education, a supportive community around them, or skills that can get them further along in life. My goal is to provide a place that can assist them and help them create those opportunities for themselves. My demographic targets inner city youth from the ages of 18 to 25, middle to lower class, and accepts both male and female. The safe haven I plan to design incorporates 3 programs that are both technical and creative that hones in on similar but different interests of its members. It will also incorporate community areas and implement networking, fellowship, entertainment, relaxation, and comfort. I bet you guys are wondering how I'm going to do this. Well, I have 3 methods, and here you go. Method 1. I plan to implement this by presenting options between different lines of work or interests to cater to the interests of the youth. We got to figure out what hones in their creativity, where their knowledge, where their inspiration stems from. Let's get to that. Method 2. I will incorporate open spaces, areas that promote comfortability and interaction between the peers, whether they're in the same focus or a different one. Because all of this is about creating a support system, a community, making friends. Method 3, to promote community teamwork by integrating different types of work done here. I just feel like the options are limitless of how creative they can get once they all put their minds together and have that support system behind them to push them further. The 3 programs that I offer at my safe haven are art and graphic design, automotive engineering, and maintenance. I wanted to create programs that could all be lucrative for the members after they leave here so they can build their lives on these things. Because like I said, the youth that I'm taking in here, they're coming more from an underprivileged background. Whether it has something to do with family, the law, just their circumstances, I want them to be able to create a lives for themselves outside of this program with the skills that they have gained here. Our philosophy here is a quote by Gail Ray, and it goes like this: "It is fairy dust and wanderlust that guide our hands to create what our hearts desire." What this quote means is we have the power to shape and mold our own lives and destiny, to be what we want them to be. And here at my safe haven, I'm here to provide them with the belief in themselves to create what their hearts desire. How we work here. We function as a non-profit organization. Kind of like a vocational trade school, but also as a community center. So I don't really know how we will label it because it's not a boys and girls club, it's not a school, and it's not just a community center. But it's a place where you can come and not feel alone, but also a place where you can be productive. The inspiration for my safe haven stems from not other nonprofit organizations like the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, the Salvation Army, and the Red Cross Foundation. An aspect that I noticed about all these organizations and what they have in common is their main focus was never themselves, but to help the community, to help the youth, to not be selfish, to be there for support and lend a helping hand. It was never about the money, even though they eventually required it. These organizations were formed to change people's lives in one way or another, and that's what hopefully I plan to do. This is the existing site that I will be creating my safe haven on. This is location of 1310 White Street, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia 30310. This is located in the city of Fulton County. The space is about 18,500 square feet. It's one story. It was built in 1960s. The property type is a warehouse. It's surrounded by a couple of middle schools, elementary schools, and the socioeconomic summary for this area is middle to lower class income, and the demographics are predominantly black. Here I'm showing you the existing floor plan and the site plan. What you see here is the building, and that line around it indicates the parking lot, and the boundaries indicate the street. It's not on a super busy street. It's on a fork, so that's partly of what you guys are seeing right here. Here are the exterior facade elevations of the existing building. It's pretty simple. Has a couple of doors, mainly in the front. They have garage doors. It's basically just a brick building. Not much to it. Red brick building. Okay, guys, bear with me. Here you will see my bubble diagrams and my process. Mind you, when I made these bubble diagrams, this is when the program for my floor plan was bigger. I had 2 additional programs alongside the 3 programs that I'm already offering at the safe haven. I will develop those later and add them to my project, but as of now I had to narrow down my program to focus on certain areas so I wouldn't spread myself too thin in the amount of time that I had to do this. But I really wanted the programs to flow together to create something bigger, but I wanted them to be able to interact and create something out of the things that they do, with the graphic design and art, to help create the cars and create the designs for the cars and interiors, or just models. And that goes also into auto maintenance, auto engineering, and auto design. These are my design concepts for my 2 major areas, which is the art and graphic design studio and the automotive garage and multi-purpose room. The art and design studio is pretty neutral with pops of color and texture. It has wooden floors actually, and flexible seating, spacious open wood molding and framework. It's just going to be pretty artsy in there. There's going to be seating a lounging space in case you don't want to be out in the lounge. You just want to be in your own cold home. Working on things, and it's just going to be very neutral, very bright, a creative, fun space to be in. The automotive garage and multi-purpose room is more like an industrial mechanical feel, neutral color palette, mostly grays and metals, concrete floors, high ceilings, exposed framework, stations, and open space. Here you see my proposed floor plan. And also it's 2 levels to the floor plan now. And we're about to continue and give you a closer look. It's pretty open. You enter right here by the reception, and it opens up into the lounge where there will be like curtain walls exposing you to the classroom in the automotive garage that you can see straight through the lounge. There will be seating in the lounge, comfortable seating, accessible seating. There will be ping pong and pool and extracurricular things going on. Once you get past the lounge, there's also a dining bar where you can eat, do work, just chill, relax, eat, and network, or even talk to some of our counselors that we have here in the building. In the back, we just have our storage and maintenance. To the left, we have bathrooms and the art and design studio. We have the art and graphic design studio split in two, so they're in the same room, but they have their own sections basically, where they can do their own thing. One side is a little bit more physical art that you create by hand with paint, pencil, crafting, whatever. And the other side is more like the graphic design, where the graphic design part where you have your laptops, your desk, your permanent seating, like where it's not as movable, but it's accessible. So yeah, that's there. Once you look to the right, you have your automotive multi-purpose classroom. There's just desks in there, and like tables where they can get demonstrations, some projection screens. It's a really simple room. It could be used for many things, be moved around, and it's very flexible space. You see to the far right is the automotive garage. There we have like lifts, workstations. There's like a mini classroom in there, and like a place where they can meet and talk about their tasks for their day. In this back area is where they would have storage. They would store parts, tools, anything that they might need back there. That's what that area is for. And they also opens to the outside with the door. And these two automotive, the multi-purpose classroom and the automotive garage, they are connected. This is the second level of the floor plan. There's not many spaces up here. It's only the automotive garage from below above, because we're going to have lifts that lift the cars up to the second level for when they want to showcase their work that the students have created here. Out here we have our outside. There's no roof. There's just wooden pillars. There's areas for greenery. It's a pretty open space also. Just a place for relaxation. We also have our enclosed rooftop lounge that it's really cool. They have the book bar, seating, accessible seating. It's just a really cool, chill place to be if you don't want to be downstairs. And yes, this is accessed through the staircase that is right by the automotive garage, or the elevator, which is right by the automotive garage as well. or through the lounge. Here you will see the exterior facade elevations for the proposed building plan. On the top left, it will show you the front facade of the building, which shows the entrance to automotive garage doors, and on top, the automotive showcase room. To the right, you'll see a split between the automotive showcase room and the rooftop open lounge. And on the bottom, of course, would be the automotive garage. On the bottom left, that shows you on top the open rooftop lounge and the enclosed lounge, and bottom, going across the bottom, would be the automotive garage and multi-purpose room, our storage and maintenance, and our diner bar. On the lower right, it will show this is the side that the art and graphic design room lies on. And if you guys are wondering, I did these drawings by hand using watercolor pencil and pen. This is our first space, the lounge. Like I said, it's centrally centered in the middle of the building, accessible to everybody from all sides. In here, we're going to have some modular couch chairs, some sofas, some lounge chairs. We spice up the space with decorative rugs and pops of color, like in our furniture. We also threw some games in there, like pool and ping pong, to keep you entertained. There's plenty of side tables and extra seating to have lunch, to congregate, network, and just, build community in a central location. Here's a bigger picture for you guys so you guys can see it a little bit more clearly. It's a pretty open space. I also did this drawing with watercolor pencil, pen, and marker. As you guys can see, there's a lot of additional seating where you can have lunch, congregate, network, and talk to counselors as well if you need to. As you guys probably can't see it, but we have exposed ceilings so that our lights go on the columns that support the ceiling. They're just pendant lighting on the columns. You see that we add our pops of color and texture with our rugs and eclectic wood side tables, refurbished wood side tables, should I also mention, and our couches and sofas. And here we go. Here are just some of the things that we incorporated to the space and where our inspiration stems from. We're going to have things like bean bags, modular couches, concrete floors, pops of color with the rugs, and stool seating, and side tables, and round tables to sit at. Our next space, located right off of the lounge, is the automotive multi-purpose classroom. In here, as you can see, it's just desks and tables. It's a pretty simple room. It's a flexible space. The desks can be moved around, the tables can be moved around. It has projection screens for demonstrations and teaching the class. The back side wall is brick, like the facade of the building, to tie it back in things together. It's a pretty simple room. It opens up into the automotive garage and doors on the side. It's a nice open area. It's very neutral, not many things going on in there, just the desks and their tables, because we want it to be a pretty open space. And yes, they also have concrete floors in this room. Here's a bigger picture for you guys to get a better look at. And I would also like to say that this is a curtain wall separating the classroom from the lounge. Here are some of the main materials used in the space. Next here we have our automotive garage, which sits right to the side of the lounge as well. In here we incorporate bench seating, desks where they can sit at, workstations. We have our lifts in here, where the cars are sitting on top of. We have our tool shed. We have tools that we can access quickly right alongside the wall where the cars are at. Along the facade of this wall there will also be brick molding, and these are actually just LED hanging lights that support this area. Yes, there's concrete floor, and there's not really much to this space either. It's a very simple space, open, easy to get to, easy to access, built for the type of work they will be doing in there. Here's a bigger and better picture for you guys. Here are some of the materials that are going to be used in the space, like projection screen, the steel wall table, the concrete floors, this car lift, the type of garage doors that we have in the space, the type of lighting, and our workstations are similar to this tool storage bin, which we will have some of those as well. Our next space is the art and graphic design studio. This is one space, but it's divided into by a curtain wall. On the art side, they have wood floors with pops of color from the couches and the rugs and bean bags. They have bar seating with tash lighting. They also have hanging LED lighting as well as a couple of specialty fixtures. The type of desks they have in there are adjustable desks for their preference of drawing. And there's accessible seating as well. And there's also a lounge space in there that allows them to be in their court and not have to go to the lounge to hang out. On the graphic design side, it's more general. You have your desk where you can sit at, but you also have these wall flaps. They're wall folds, as you would say, and that you can sit your computer on and work from that way too. But they fold back into the wall, so that's good for the flexibility of the space and creating more room and letting it be more open. There's desk seating, and there's also lounge seating over here where they could chill in their coat if they would like to. And we also incorporate bean bags in this area as well. Here's a bigger and better picture for you guys to look at. There's 3 entrances into this room, 2 on the regular art side and 1 on the graphic design art side. That door is towards the reception. The doors on the art side are just towards the back of the building, towards that exit. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. We can keep going. Here are some of the materials that you'll find in the space. These are the materials that you will find on the graphic design side, which is like the wood plank for the tables, the restorated wood side tables, the restorated wood desk tables, recessed lighting. Here you see the wall flaps, and of course there's concrete floors and our touch of texture and color with our fluffy rugs. For the art and design side, you'll see this plank of wood to describe what the wood on the bar tops will look like. We also will have seating for easels for you to do painting on your easels. There's about like 4 or 5 of those where you can just sit at your easel. You can sit at a desk with your adjustable drawing board. Here's some of our light fixtures that are going to be incorporated in this space, and our bean bags and couches and their colors. Our next space is the dining bar. Oh, and I forgot to mention, all these pictures that you're looking at, like the smaller pictures are more so my process. So if you want to go back and look at some of the others, that's what that was. But the dining bar is right when you enter from the reception, go past the lounge, past the restrooms, and there you are, the dining bar. The dining bar is just a chill area where you can eat or just talk and relax, or work there if you would like. It's an open area. Anybody can come to it. It's bar seating because I just thought it would be a cute little fun thing to have going on here. And it just provides another space away from all the spaces in this building. We also have hardwood. Yes, we have hardwood floors inside of the dining bar, and we also have strip lighting and pendant lighting going on, and we have the dine-in are in block glow letters. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And over here we have like our little kitchenette going on, with our 2 mini refrigerators and our 2 microwaves, and just storage for anything else that we might need right there. Here's a bigger picture for you guys. And here are some of the materials that will be used in there. Next, we have our staircase, which is located actually right when you come in and look to the right. It will be right in front of the lounge, close to the automotive garage. I wanted this staircase to have thermochromatic paint, which basically when you touch it, it reacts to the temperature of your skin. So basically I wanted this staircase to be a black staircase, and this hallway to be just like a pathway of feelings and emotions, and like I feel like that can be displayed through your body temperature, and I feel like it will have a really cool effect in this enclosed staircase when going to the top of the building. I also have a section where you can see where this actually falls in reference to everything, and I hope you guys understand like how this is going if you compare it to the floor plan. You see the automotive garage in this section, but what the main focus right here is how the stairs travel through the building. I hope you guys can see that. Here's a bigger picture for you guys. I also did this drawing in all of my drawings in watercolor, pencil, pen, and pencil. This picture just shows the recessed lighting that's going to be in there, and the thermochromatic paint that I'm going to use. Next we have the showcase studio, which is right above the automotive garage. It's an open space, not really much going on in there. It's actually mostly empty for the most part, unless it's being used for a certain reason or unless there's cars in there. This room also has recessed lighting and strip lighting. These windows that you guys are looking at, they open up to the outside. They're sliding windows. They slide. The two in the middle slide to the side to open up. And that's why you see like the wires there to keep it from falling off. And to the side of this is the on the bottom picture. It shows the hallway and the elevator right in front of the automotive showcase room. And to the end of that room, you see the opening into the open rooftop lounge area. These are just different views that you guys can get from looking and see how it will look in real time, in real space. Here you guys go. These are some of the materials that you're seeing in the space. And here goes our next space, the rooftop lounge. This is a very, very cool area. It's separated from the open rooftop lounge by a curtain wall. In this space, we have accessible seating. We have a book bar where you can go check out books and look at books that you might need information on from whatever program that you're taking in the building. And this is also like great for when we do have our showcases. We can entertain people throughout this space and through these spaces. There's a lot of seating. It's very accessible, comfortable, and really just made for like congregating, networking. This is actually where like people will have their meetings if they're talking to a counselor about something personal, because it's a very chill area. And yes, it has concrete floor in there as well with pops of color. This is a refurbished wood bar as well, and that's what we plan to use for all of our wood products. Here we have the outside rooftop lounge. As you guys can see, it has wood planks going across the top to hold the lighting that they would have in there, because there also will have strip lighting, but since it's open to the outside, it needed more lighting, especially when it's like at night. So we have some pendant lighting on the bolster to the wooden columns going across the top. This area is separated from the automotive showcase room also by a curtain wall, and this room also has sliding windows that open to the outside. They also have swinging benches that you can sit there, sit out there in, and a giant plant bowl that collects the water so we can water our plants with that water, recycled water. So, and this also has concrete floors. Here's a better picture for you guys. And here are some of the materials that we're incorporating in the space. Here's a section of the building. I was referencing to it earlier, but here's a clearer picture so you guys can see it. So much more, and I also put the floor plans up here so you can see how it references to each other and where things lie, so you get a better understanding of how the floor plan flows. That's the end of my project. If you guys would like to work with me, you can contact me at my email at ryanjones1998@gmail.com, on Instagram at _it's Ryanne, or you guys can check out my other work on my website on Wix, Creations by Faith. Thanks guys, see you later.